everyone, welcome back to class. In our last class, we explained a lot of things. Now today, what are we looking into? Welcome back to class again. Now today's topic we are looking at this topic given to us under logarithm. Now what is the question talking about? They say, show that the log of root of 12 base 10 plus the log of root of square root of 15 base 10 minus the log of what? The log of square root of 18 base 10 is equal to 1/2. Whenever they ask you a question to show that, what they are telling you is that what? To prove that that log will give us 1/2. How do we want to solve this kind of question? Let's get our materials ready, our pen, our book, with our mind also. Now, let's start this class. I cannot do it alone. We are going to do it together. Get ready for the class. Let's start. How did I want to prove this kind of question? That all this log that you are looking at, the final answer will give me 1/2. It is true. Let's check whether it's correct. Now, solution. Now, what did I want to show? I want to prove that the log of the root of 12 base 10 plus the log of the square root of 15 base 10 minus the log of the square root of 18 base 10. Now here, this is what they asked us to prove to get our 1/2. Now, how did I want to prove this one? Here now, I'm going to be introduce one or two topics to this logarithm. And what is that topic? The topic is the law of indices. Now, do you know that the law of indices is the one that gives birth to logarithm? Now, that means that if you don't have the full understanding under the law of indices, to solve the question under logarithm with very little difficulty. Now, because you are going to be applying the law under logarithm, it's still the same processing under the law of what? Of indices. Now here now, I'm going to be applying the what? The power what? The root power under the law of indices. There's a law under what? Under indices, which is they call it what? They call it power what? They call it root power. Because here I'm dealing with root. That is why I'm making use of that law. And the law say that when you are dealing with the root power, the law say that whenever you're having the root of something, will now be that thing power of the what? Power of the root. Now let me make an example. Maybe that we are having the root of what? The root of b. Now maybe you're having the square root of b. The answer will now be b raised power 1 over what? 1/2. Hope you are getting it now. Now here now I'm having the what? The log of the root of 12 plus the log of the root of 15 minus the log of the root of 18, which means that I'm going to be writing it as what? As the log of what? The log of 12 power of 1/2. Where did I get my 1/2 from? When you are dealing with square root, it's still the same thing as what? 1/2 plus the log. Don't forget your base. We are dealing with what? Base 10. Now plus what? The 15 power of 1/2, which is the same thing as my square root, base 10 minus the log of what? Of 18 power of 1/2 base 10. Now, after you have done something like this, what is the next thing that you are going to do? There's a law under the law of indices, under the law of logarithm rather, that say that whenever you're having a what? A power, now that power will move to the board, to the back of the logarithm. They call it what? They call it power law. Now they call that power what? They call it power law. Under the power law is that the law say that whenever you're having a power, that power will move to the back of the logarithm. Now this is what I'm talking about. Now we're having 1/2 in what? As my power. I'm going to be writing 1/2 the log of 12 base 10 plus 1/2. Where did I get my 1/2? Is the power of 15. I'll now be asked the log of what? 15 base 10 minus 1 over 2 the log of what? The log of 18 base 10. Now, after I have done something like this, there's still something that you are still going to. And what is that thing? If you look at the question given to us, they say 1 over 2 log of 12 base 10 plus 1 over 2 log of 15 base 10 minus 1 over 2 log of 18 base 10. You will discover that something is very common. And what is that thing? That is 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is very common in the log given to me. That means that I need to factorize all the 1 over 2 aside and put all my log inside a what? Inside a cage or inside a house. And what is that cage? You are dealing with what? Inside a bracket. Here now, I'm going to be having 1 over 2, a open bracket, the log of 10, 12, plus the log of 15 base 10 minus the log of 18 base 10. I'll close the bracket. Now, after I have closed the bracket, we are moving gradually to where we are going to. We have already get our 1 over 2 because that is what they are asked us to prove. But here, we are still having the log of 12 base 10 plus the log of 15 base 10 minus the log of 15 base 10. But you are not going to be making use of calculator and be using calculator to do all these things. No, because here now they ask us to show. And whenever they ask us to show, that means that we need to prove. Now, how did I want to prove this kind of things now? Here now, we discover that something also here is very common. What is that? The log of base 10. The log of base 10 is very common in everything. That means that I'll factorize this outside by saying that 1 over 2, the log of base 10, open a bracket, 12 plus 15 minus 18, close the bracket. Now, after here, don't go and be taking your calculator and be saying that 12 plus 15 minus 18. If you are going doing like that, you are going to get the wrong answer. The next step that you are going to do is what? Also introduce another what? Another law of indices. And what is that law of indices? They call it multiplication law and also division law. Again, we are going to introduce, but here we are not having multiplication law, and we are not having multiplication, and also we are not having division. That means that what? Whenever you are dealing with multiplication law, that shows that what? That multiplication will change to addition, and that division will change to subtraction. For example, when you are having the what? A multiplied by A is the same thing as A plus A, and when you are having A minus A is the same thing as A divided by A under the law of indices. Hope you are getting it now. Now, here now, what am I going to do? That means that this my addition will change to multiplication, and this my subtraction will change to division. And I will now be having 1 over 2, the log of base 10, open bracket, 12 multiplied by 15 divided by 18, close the bracket. 18, close the bracket. Now, what is the next thing I'm going to do? I will now pieces all this thing. All this number, I will put it into pieces by saying that 1 over 2, the log of base 10, open bracket. Now, by saying 6 times 2 multiplied by 5 times 3 divided by 6 times 3, close the bracket. Now, why am I doing it like this? Because some people will be saying that, why am I picking 6 multiplied by 2? Why am I not picking 4 multiplied by 3? Now, the reason of picking my 6 multiplied by 2 is that what? I want to delete my denominator. I want to take away my denominator. Again, now, it's not that maybe I cannot pick anything, but my target is what? To take away my denominator. And what I'm looking for, I want to get my 1 over what? 1 over 2. That is my focus. Again, now, so that these 6 will be able to cancel these 6. That's why I'm multiplying 6 multiplied by 2. So that I already know that there's no any number that can be multiplied that will give me 15 except 5 and 3. Already I have get my 3. Which means that what? Which means that there must be a number here that must also be cancelled by 6. That's why I'm using 6 times 2, which is 12. Also, this 3 we able to cancel this 3. Now you can see that 2 and 5 is the only number that is remain. I'll now write it 1 over 2 the log of base 10 open bracket 2 times 5, and 2 times 5 will give me what? 2 times 5 will give me 10. And I say 1 over 2 the log of base 10. Now, under this topic now, in also the law of indices, there's something that always tell us that what? Whenever you're having a log of base something, a log of things, base something will give us 1. For example, like they say, the log of b, base b will also be 1. I will not say that since the log of b base b is equal to 1, you can see that my log that is here is still the same thing as a base that is here, which means that I'm having what? The log of 10 base 10 will always will give me 1. I will now say 1 over 2 log of what? Log of 10 base 10 is equal to 1 over 2. And 1 over what? The log of 10 base 10 will give me 1. I now open bracket, put my 1 inside, and 1 over 2 times 1 will give me 1 over 2. You can see that when we prove all these things, our answer is 1 over 2. I believe that you understand it now. If you don't understand it, please drop it in your comment section. Please help us to subscribe on this YouTube channel, share it, like it, and let others get the benefit. Thanks for watching. See you in next class.